The excitement of finding something yourself and looking at it in a way that no one's looked at it before, and then riding it and putting your tyres on it, and yeah, it's something that you can't quite explain. But there's like a moment when you're riding towards something when you either know you're going to go over it or you're not, and you like change that switch in your head when you're pedaling towards it, and then that's it. Nothing can stop you.
Good direction, mate.
We are in Brighton. We just wrapped filming the first spot for Walls. And yeah, first spot went well. It's nice and dry out. Weather's been bad all week. It feels really good to get one in the bag. I think the plan now is to head up to the base, which is Birmingham, for the week, I think. It's going to be full on. We've got a whole packed schedule of filming and early mornings and lots to get done, but we've got a great team, everyone's motivated, and yeah, I'm enjoying the process rather than thinking about the overall end product. I'm just thinking about enjoying the filming process and the minute by minute, and do what we can, do our best, and yeah, that's all we can do.
Just what I'm trying to get my head around, like we've been saying this spot is going to go level with this bank, but it's not. It's going to come like 6 feet, pretty much. This one.
Chelmsford, forget which town we're in, and it's basically a right hip coming down off of the bridge up there. It's a nice chilly morning, it's dry, and I'm excited.
Yeah, you're feeling good about it?
Yeah, like all spots, there are a few little things in the way at the bottom which are a little bit I've got to deal with mentally, but yeah, no, it looks like it's going to be fun. Still terrified. Because of the first one, we sort of came to this spot thinking, oh, this will be an easy one, but I found it hard at first to put myself in the mindset. I was worried I was going to get stuck in that loop of not being able to commit. So it just felt so good. I felt emotional when I was rolling away. I was like, yeah, it just felt so good to get one in the bag, you know. That looks sketchy. We are in Northampton. It's 7 AM. I'm feeling 100% good. It's just the fact that that's a metal landing, metal and water, and you land on it, like, could be really bad. So I'm trying to be positive about it, but at the same time, it's got to be dry. I wanted to do it so much better. I wanted to make it big, and then got to the point where, because I slipped, I had to just take what I could get, and what I could get was just a really little, like, just creep over, and it's just a little bit frustrating. It's one of those things that's only going to come across in the behind the scenes, where people are like, oh, that thing was slippery, like.
I think what Bas has done is taking, building the kicker outside your house, or, the little kickers you can get from Argos, and he's just supersized it and then taking it to bigger spots.
When you're a kid, you just have as soon as you get a bike, you just want to build a ramp, and you get kids putting bricks down and a board up it, and it's just like, people just want to be in the air, don't they? It's like a fascination, I don't know, it's like a human fascination, and I've always been really into it. So much so that I've been doing it for 25 years, you know.
This one's complicated, a lot more complicated, because we've got to think about all of the spots in a small filming window. It's intense.
Now that I'm shooting and editing this one, that like the pressure also falls on me to kind of do it justice, because it's hard to make a sequel that's better than the first one, or even as good as. So
I like it to look a certain way, and Matty's obviously really talented, and unlike some filmers, he's like, yeah, totally up for exploring your ideas and looking through that, and we conversate over what we think would be the best angle. And
we've got to do it one after another. Every morning we're out trying to get another mental location.
I woke up at 20 to 4 in Birmingham, and now we're in Essex, in Chelmsford, looking at this bridge. How does it look? Gnarly.
Last night, where he was taking off, was just on a little bit of a raised platform onto a wooden court. It was quite controlled.
Yeah, it's just very nerve-wracking. The spot's really big. It's intimidating to look at, and it's hard to work out the angles of the ramp and stuff. And
Now we've got here, the spot's about 4 times as big, and it's a bit of a reality check, if anything.
I kind of figured out in my head how to do it. It's just now I've got obviously the enormity of the actual spot to think about. This is the scariest spot for me, though. Out of all the spots we've hit, and this one's causing the most anxiety. So
if I was Baz, the pressure is definitely higher on this one.
There was cars going back and forward all morning while we were setting up for it. And then as soon as traffic management stopped them cars, the silence was eerie.
The pressure of traffic being stopped on a main road, and it's like, it's go time, you know? It's like, it all goes quiet for those 15 seconds.
Yeah, my stomach was turning over, and I can't imagine what Baz was feeling like. It was horrible.
I could feel the pressure, and I was downstairs taking photos, you know, let alone up there with your bike.
I looked over at the road, I saw the queue of cars gathering. It was definitely quiet. I thought I've probably got about 30 seconds to make my mind up here. And I went, go for it. And I got halfway and it just stopped. Something inside me stopped, and I just couldn't do it. I was like, start the traffic again, and I felt like crying. Literally, when I got to the court, I put my head down, and I was like, it's like all that emotion just in like, yeah, right. It was horrible, yeah. In spots that everyone walks past every day and they relate to so much. It really speaks to people, I think, and I love that.
Room service.
Absolutely just poured down just as Baz was about to go. He was even still trying when it was just raining a little bit. He's like, right, I'm going to get it done, and then it poured down.
Must have come in like back wheel must have
Stopped traction.
Yeah, I think it hit sideways and then gripped. So I officially did do a wall ride, just a very small one. Oh, that would have been a long morning if I'd have had a little crash then, wouldn't it? Sparks flying everywhere. I probably waited my whole life for a proper project like this, and so that every now and then I try to remind myself that this is it. You know, this is what a lot of kids dream about. Like, part of you is like this is hard work, this is stressful, this is dangerous. Then the other voice is like, this is amazing, this is fun. Like, you're making a living out of doing what you love. It's like
me being here is kind of pushing Bas, and then obviously me watching Bas do it is then pushing me. And then we've been nicknamed it the Wolves Academy.
It's like getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning and driving to a spot and hating it and being like, oh, this is awful. That's the hellish stuff, but when you step back and take a bit of a step back and Bas pulls it, that's fully worth it. That's the fun.
My thing has always been to use as much of the architecture as possible with a little help from the ramps, you know.
I reckon I can go higher bar on this one. Well, once you've done
it's as high as the one you did the other day.
I can go high and par. Have you looked at that?
Like when you go to the spot, it's as high as the one from the other day. That bridge is pretty fucking high.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
He wants it to be as small as possible so the spot looks as impressive as possible, and we've got to strike a balance.
You can risk assess and you can risk assess till the cows come home, but she's still jumping off buildings.
We've been calling one of the ramps a 6 foot, where in fact it's 7.5 foot tall, but luckily Bas hasn't noticed.
Between us all, between all of our knowledge, we can work out how big it needs to be. And every time Bas tries to make the ramp smaller so it looks better on the video, and every time we make it a little bit bigger so he doesn't die.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I was quite nervous about this one. The run out's pretty sketchy and stuff. But now seeing him practice in the warehouse, it's given me the confidence, the way it's given him the confidence, I think.
So yeah, basically we thought the gap was 18 feet from the quarter to the wall. Turns out it's 25 feet, so it's almost further than I can go. I don't know if I can go that far. I've never gone that far.
6.5 metre distance, 21 foot. Then on the bottom there, from the notes...
It's because it's 6.5. It's because it's 6.5 point to point.
Yeah, 5.6 is the bottom of the collar.
5.6 square, 6.5 point to point.
It feels like we're near that limit when we jump 16 feet. I know I've got another 2 feet, maybe 3.
It's 5.8 to the actual kicker.
But when you're talking 5 feet, along with all the other questions you have about the spot, the dangers with the run out, the people, the weather, the pressure, the cameras, it's a whole different ball game. It's a mind battle. The whole thing's a mind battle, and it always has been. Do you protect yourself and not do it, or do you do it and be victorious, or do you do it and crash and hurt yourself? Who knows? Sorry about the swearing. Such a relief. It's just every time it's a mind battle. I'm going through every worst case scenario in my head.
You find something to ride that no one's ridden before. It must be like an explorer, you know, when they explore the Arctics and stuff like that, they're finding new things, and it's just that excitement, I think. When you ride in spots that everyone walks past every day and they relate to so much, it really speaks to people, I think, and I love that. I'm really lucky. I've got like good sponsors, and I'm also super appreciative of the fact that I've been riding and making a living from riding for so many years, and like, yeah, it's a dream come true really, and the fact that I'm 35 and still 36 and still riding bikes for a living is like pretty crazy to me. I hope this video inspires people to have a go at riding. It is just all about fun, and it never leaves you. You get into it when you're a kid for fun, and you watch kids at the skate park, they're just having fun. Like they don't care about anything else. They just want to get as much fun out of the bike or the scooter or wherever they're riding, and that's what it's all about. Once you have the bug for it, you chase it forever, and I'm still chasing it now in just different forms, you know.